Thank you for joining Mr. MLS training video. This video is on the limited service agreement that you'll be signing with us. Let us explain exactly what you are signing to. The very first line is for the names of the sellers of the property that are responsible to have their names there. The second line is the broker's information. There will be a designated broker that we have chosen in our affiliated network based upon your area. Number 1 is the start date and end date of this contract. We normally give you 6 months to sell your house. If you need a longer time, you can talk to our team representative to change that. Number 2 is a property description. You don't have to put any information in here. We'll have this filled out based upon the information we get from your local property appraiser. Number 3 is price and terms. You will let us know the exact selling price of your property or your property for, and in the financing terms whether you'll take cash, conventional, VA, FHA or other, for example cryptocurrency. Number 5 authorizes us to broadcast your listing on any participating MLS network websites, allowing maximum exposure. If you do not want us to put your listing on the internet, you must check these boxes. Please let your representative know. But once again, if you check this box, then we cannot put it on any other property websites or platforms other than the MLS board only. Number 6 is related to the seller's obligation. If there's any things that you do have to fix or violations on your property this month, this must be stated here, and you will have to rectify those violations, whether it's a city ordinance or HOA, prior to your closing. Let's break down your fees. On line 7A, you'll find a dollar symbol indicating the amount you've chosen to pay for our service with Mr. MLS listing. It's a one-time fixed charge. Usually, there's a percentage charge too, but since we are not your seller agent, that part is left empty. What does this mean for you? It means you will not pay any commission to Mr. MLS listing when your house sells.
Our service is completely compensation free.
So, what's the bottom line? To list your property on the multi-listing service, you need to specify the percentage a buyer's agent will receive from you at closing. For instance, if you choose 3%, you as the seller agree to pay a broker that brings you a buyer that percentage at closing. This broker could be anyone who sees your listing on the MLS, and of course, we'll have our affiliated brokers trying to find you a buyer too.
The bottom line is there's no professional fees.
And for listing your house on the MLS with us,
You only pay a professional fee to a broker.
just like you're doing now. In Section 8, there's a checkbox labeled Act as a transactional broker. Your designated broker will act as a transaction broker. What does this mean to you? This allows your broker to advertise your home to our network of over 7,500 brokers and agents. There might be another broker not affiliated with us, but your broker will ensure that any buyer coming from a third-party broker is financially qualified, ready, and willing to purchase your property. Our role is to put your property on the MLS and help you connect to a buyer that is qualified and ensure that all your paperwork is accurate for the transaction with the title company. Number 10 additional terms in this segment. There will be a transaction fee of $595, which the seller is responsible for paying to the brokers. This fee is only due at the time of closing and serves to ensure that the transaction is completed appropriately. MLS compliance documents will be compiled and submitted to the title company. The seller also agrees to compensate any brokers who brings and assists in securing a qualified buyer for the property with a fee equal to 3% of the purchase price. Requirements of the seller. Here are some other requirements from the seller. Seller will accommodate any buyer or buyer's agent for showing of the property. Seller is responsible for negotiating the purchase price with the buyer and any buyer's agents. Seller must send any written contract to brokers. At the bottom of the page, you'll find a signature block. Please sign there to complete the process, and in the end of the day, Mr. MLS allows you to be in full charge of your listing. Thank you for choosing Mr. MLS. We tend to have a great experience with you.